Bet you didn't expect me to actually film the tutorial on the same day. I know, I'm surprised with myself too. My light died and I'm trying to figure out the best desk recording setup. I haven't figured it out yet, but welcome to the tutorial for True Kind of Love on the ukulele. My name is Kayla or Kaylazer. If you haven't seen my cover of True Kind of Love, I will link it up there. To get right into the tutorial, I play this song with a capo on the first fret just to make the chords ever so slightly easier. I wouldn't say this is quite an advanced level song. It has some pretty basic chords. The next one is F sharp minor, which if you are intermediate, that's the word I was thinking of. It's an intermediate level song. Definitely like a little bit past a beginner. Once you were pretty familiar with your ukulele, I think that you would be able to play this song no problem. A couple notes. If you don't have a capo, you can play it without one. It just will sound a little bit different. It'll be a half step down. But I got mine off Amazon, I think for like 15 bucks, maybe even $10. I don't remember. There are also plenty of chords that I play with my thumb just for the sake of it being a little bit easier to go to and from certain chords if I use my thumb. So now that those disclaimers are out of the way, kind of real quick, I will adjust the camera in a second so you can see more of the ukulele. The way that it's played is kind of just an oh, when a difficult day goes by, keeping it together is hard, but that's why you've got to try, you've got to try. And then it's the truth. It's the true kind of love. That's pretty much the gist of it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily an interesting song for the ukulele. It's kind of more like the vocals are a big part of it. Okay, so without further ado, we'll adjust the camera and get into the tutorial. All right, and welcome back. So to start out, we're gonna kind of go over the chords, and we're gonna split up the song into 3 parts. So there is the verse, which is the and then the chorus, it's the true, the little bridge where Steven sings, and that is it for that. Okay, so chord wise, we're gonna start with the very first one. The song starts out with the chord A major 7. So if you are counting from the A string, 0, 0, 1, 1. The next chord is going to be G sharp diminished. That's G sharp diminished, which is going to be starting from the A string, 2, 2, 2, 1. And the next chord is C sharp 7, C sharp 7. Okay, after that chord, the next one is F sharp minor. We've got 0, 2, 1, 2. So again, that's A major 7, O, G sharp diminished. When a difficult day, C sharp 7, goes by, F sharp minor. Next part is going to be E minor 6, so it's going to be 2, 0, 1, 0. That's the keeping it together is hard, but that's why. After the E minor 6, we move on to A, nice and simple. Hard, but that's, and then next D, once again, nice and simple. Why? You've got to. The next chord is F major 7, which there are weird, difficult ways to play it that I don't even know. The way that I play F major 7 is going to be this way, 0, 0, 5, 5. And it is the easiest way to play F major 7 that I've found. You've got to try, you've got to, back to A, try. Okay, that's all the chords for the chorus. So, the way we play it is going to be just kind of a single strum of each chord. The way I kind of do it to make it a little easier so I don't miss anything is I have a finger assigned for each string. So thumb on this one, index, middle, ring. That way I'm able to play all strings at the same time and not worry about like the twang or it missing or anything. And in between most of the chords, I bring my hand back down on beat, and I'm just kind of lightly tapping the body of the ukulele with my nails. And so you are just kind of doing a single strum of each chord as you move on. Oh, when a difficult day goes by, keeping it together is hard, but that's why you've got to try, you've got to try. That's how the verse is played at first, and then I do try to switch it up a bit once we get into the later verses. Let's move on to the first chorus. So chord-wise, it's all of the chords that we've seen before in the rest of the song. We start with F sharp minor, and then next chord is A major 7. You can also just play an A, but I like the A major 7. It's the true, it's the true, it's the true kind of love. Goes back to the G sharp diminished, C sharp 7. So again, it's the true, it's the true, it's the true kind of love. The only thing about the chorus is that chord change isn't quite where you think it's going to be when you're first playing it. So it's just like a... So you just want to make sure you kind of get that timing right, because that's a big part of how the chorus sounds, is the true, it's the true. And that's the same exact picking pattern otherwise, just a single strum. Okay, next we'll move on to the second verse, because that's when the picking pattern changes a little bit. We'll just start with the stuck in the middle of fear and shame. And then that's where I change it to a everybody's looking for someone to blame. Like it's a game, like it's a game. Okay, typically when I try to do any sort of picking in this sort of pattern, I always start with the lowest string, which is going to be the C, number 3. So this chord is F sharp minor. I start with the string number 3, which is the C string, and I pluck that once, and then I pluck all 4 strings twice in a quick succession. So it sounds like this. And it's the same thing with earlier, where I have 1 finger assigned to each string to make sure I hit all of them. So just get yourself familiar with that. Once you're familiar with the chords, and then you'll be able to transition back into them. So again, stuck in the middle of fear and shame. Everybody's looking for someone to blame. Like it's a game, like it's a game. Another thing that's different after the F minor, shame. Everybody, so we do the E minor 6, but rather than plucking it twice, we move to the A for the second pluck. So it looks like this. D. So that changes a little different just because timing wise it doesn't fit with the... So again, it's shame. Everybody's looking for someone to blame. And then back to the regular thing with D. And then like it's a game, F major 7. Like it's a game. For the next part of the second verse, I play an alternate version of A major 7 just to change things up a bit. I also, in the second half of each verse, I play the chord after I sing. So for example, it goes, and now I am better than win or lose. So that alternate version of A major 7 is going to be, I'm playing it with my thumb because it's easier on me to make sure I hit each note. It's going to be... So it's 4, 4, 4, 2. So otherwise that one is just from the once. And now I am better than, and then I transition the rest of the verse into the, but with the G sharp diminished moving to the C sharp 7. It's the same thing as the E minor 6 and the A, where we go, where we move before we do the second pluck. Now that might be a little hard. It's a bit of a jump, so if that's a little difficult for you, you can just play it the original way, which the, and now I am better than win or lose, rather than, and now I am better than win or lose. There's a new direction that... Otherwise, the verse continues on the same. There's a new direction that I like to choose. This is where it's different. We go to the F major 7. It's called the truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's called the, and rather than the A, we play a G major 7. Truth. It's call And that's how we transition into the bridge. So we play the G major 7, and I just like to kind of pluck the strings a little bit to transition into the plucking with the bridge. So that's just string wise, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the bridge is going to be, it's plucked the same way throughout the whole bridge. You don't have to be precise with it, it really isn't that big of a deal. But I'm only going to pluck the first 3 strings, starting with the lowest string. Hey, you show me the solvable problem. So rhythm-wise, just kind of a 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's how I do it. It's easier when you're doing it in time. Otherwise, you can kind of just pluck that however you want. Anyway, so chord-wise, we're gonna go back to the original A major 7. Hey, you show me that solvable problem. Next chord is gonna be a D major 7, 4, 2, 2, 2. So again, hey, you show me the solvable problem. We can get through this, I'll do the... And so this is D minor plus major 7. So the way that we're playing that is going to be like this. So it's 4, 1, 2, 2. So again, hey, you show me that solvable problem. We can get through this, I'll do the hardest part with... And the next chord is F major 7 with a flat 5, which sounds scary, but you just have to remember where it is. It sounds like this. 7, 5, 5, 4. And the way that I play it is from lowest note to highest note. 3, 2, 4, 1. So let's do that bridge again. Hey, you show me that solvable problem. We can get through this, I'll do the hardest part with you. Back to the chorus. It's the true, it's the true, it's the true kind of love. It's the true, it's the true, it's the true kind of love. It's the true, it's the true, it's the true kind of love. It's the true, it's the true, it's the true kind of love. And then the very last chord that I play after the last chorus is a D flat minor 7, and it's going to sound like this. 2, 0, 1, 1. I do the same thing where I am plucking from lowest to highest. 3, 2, 4, 1. And then when I pluck that last note, I move up to fret 7, fret 11, fret 14. So again, if your ukulele is a little smaller and doesn't go up to fret 14, which some of my ukuleles don't, you can just do move up to 7, and that will work just fine. And reminder that you have a capo, so this fret doesn't count, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's it. Okay, and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that it was helpful and you learned a thing. For those of you who have seen my community tab posts, thank you for being patient with me. I've been working on this one for a little while and just wanted to get it as close to like right as I wanted it to be, but I enjoyed it. It's a fun song to play, and I have faith in you, and I know that you'll be able to learn it and be able to play it for your friends and whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's it from me, and let me know if you have any questions, and I will answer whatever I can in the comments below, as I normally do. I will also have everything written out in the comments and in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day / evening / whatever. Thanks for dealing with the lack of consistent lighting, consistent filming shots or whatever, and I'll see you in the next video, and that's it. Okay, goodbye.